This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Carl.
And this is Synopsis Sundays. And today we actually have a guest for Synopsis Sundays. So at some point in the middle, he's going to give us a synopsis of his last week. First off, last week we started off with 100 million PS4s sold, surpassing the Wii and the PS1, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Only got 29 views, so
yeah,
it was okay.
A big deal, though, because it actually complimented the PS4.
And then we followed that up with our Tuber Tuesday on Spawnwave, which got just under 40 views. Not too bad. Usually Tuber Tuesday does the best of all of our videos every week. On Wednesday, we covered the Nemesis system, one of Will's favorite gameplay mechanics.
Yes.
What did we cover on Throwback Thursday, Will?
Donkey Kong.
64.
The best one.
Then we wrapped up with Fandom Fridays, which is our worst performing video in like recent history. We covered Pillars of the Earth, the book, the game, the movie.
That's why that crushed it. My suggestion bumped up the views. Yours crushed it.
Annihilation, huh?
Yeah.
I did.
Everyone
post
saw
about
Pillars
it.
of the Earth. You're like, nope, not clicking on that.
So, anyways, we didn't get a whole lot of comments actually on our recent videos, except for Donkey Kong 64. We got this really awesome comment from, let's see, Joey Olmstead. It says, I think you guys can't see this. I'm going to pull it up. Oops. There we go. So he says, Donkey Kong is better than Mario is one heck of a stance, Chris. I was like, this man's crazy. Then I remember Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3. I mean, you have some footing. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that. I definitely think I have a lot of footing with the amount of Donkey Kong Country success that we've had over the years. But I did comment back, and I said I would gladly debate with you if you'd like to come on and debate with me about which franchise is better.
I think what you said, though, was not necessarily that Donkey Kong is better than all Mario. It's just that Donkey Kong 64 is better than Mario 64, Super Mario 64.
And arguably Donkey Kong Country is better than all of the SNES Mario games. That's what I would say.
Yeah. I would actually have to agree with you on that one. I never really thought of it, but yeah.
And then Diddy Kong Racing, better than Mario.
Oh, I totally
Kart.
agree with that. I love Diddy Kong Racing.
See, I'm not joking. I think Donkey Kong actually is a better game series than the Mario series.
I think Sonic Riders. Well, I think Sonic Riders is the best kart game. So.
Arguably, Sonic Riders. Which one's that one?
Yeah, that's a very weird PS2 title that nobody knows about.
All right, I gotta look this up real quick.
And then there's Sonic Free Riders, which is the one for Kinect, right?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, it's on GameCube as well.
Yeah, I think as well. And there's Sonic Riders 2 as well.
Sonic Riders the movie. Was this like the follow-up to Sonic R on the Saturn?
Yeah, I think it should be, but it's not treated as such.
Right, but if you look at, they highlighted the R. I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah, they have surfboards. So.
Okay, makes sense. All right, I'll have to try that. I'll give you an update on that later. So that was our recap. We also got called out on our Age of Empires 2 commentary from like 5-6 weeks ago. I just want to state that I never said for a fact that Relic Entertainment was not working at Age of Empires. I had just heard a rumor.
Did. Don't lie.
I had just heard a rumor that they were no longer going to be working on it due to some drama between them and Microsoft. And it appears that that is not correct. They are working on Age of Empires 4 as shown on the Age of Empires 4 website. So I apologize if I gave any misinformation on Age of Empires 4. Did not intend to.
You willfully lied to the public just then.
So, with that being said, Carl, do you want to talk about your last week? Give a little wrap up on it.
Yeah, last week I had 3 videos. The one I made about the EFAP crew was very successful, actually. 67 views, good. 4 likes, 100%. Hey, 10 comments. And I released yesterday the Early Access Investigation 5 one in the Stellar Marines, but the interview basically, because I couldn't get that in time with the normal video. And yeah, you can clearly see that the developers are still working on it, but they are a little bit delusional because their goals are a little bit lofty. And one of the major things that happened in the interview was that they could still be in 10 years still developing the game. And I don't think Early Access is meant for that. It's also drags the name of Early Access a little bit down because people are not gonna believe games are being finished if developers just said no, we're gonna continue forever without end in sight. And then I ate some how did I forgot the
Humble pie.
Humble pie.
humble pie. I ate some humble pie by doing some mistakes. Basically, the EFAP is kind of a stream stream where they look at creators' videos and criticize them or take their videos a little bit apart. Can be good, it can be bad. It's always good criticism, but they make a lot of mistakes. That's true. And basically, I cut down the video or the stream. It's 11 hours because one criticism that always happens is just basically the other side says, "Oh, it's too long, not gonna watch." And I cut it down. I censored it because also people have problems with their language, with their strong language. So I censored and cut it, and I sent it to the people. And the person that basically was saying, "Oh, you said bad words," then pointed out, "Here, you did a mistake." And I was a little bit stubborn, but finally she could convince me that I did a mistake. And like, "Yep, I did a mistake. But you still should talk to each other." But apparently they refuse to talk to each other, so yeah. I'm not happy with the whole situation. I like both creators. I think they can talk to each other. That would be the best thing, but they don't want to, so that's also fine. I just think it's a little bit childish not to talk to each other.
I would agree. Anytime that somebody has a disagreement with you, it's better to talk it out, provided that they can have professional discussion. Or not professional, but
courteous.
Courteous. There you go. That's the right word.
And even their strong language, when they are talking to someone, they'll try to accommodate the guest. So when they are talking to someone, they don't use the strong language. It's like they use the strong language for the people that are watching, like because they, and then when the guest comes on, they are civil. That's basically what my week. I actually upload only one video a week, but I made this 7-minute video in about 10 to 11 hours in one go. I finished the cutting up, scripted it, made it, recorded it, and published it, and that was it. It was very well hastily made, but I think it still holds up. It's a good video, I think.
Good. Yeah, it looks like your videos did better than, at least this one, this 3 hour and 20-minute video did better than we did with ours. You got almost 200 views. That's pretty good.
It's not my content. I just want but the person that did the stream, he said like, you can cut it up. You can leave it up on your channel. It's fine.
Either way, it's 100, almost 200 views, and then you got almost 70 views on this one only 2 days ago, right? Yep. This one's yours, right?
Yep.
Okay,
that's mine.
And then the Interstellar Marines. Everybody go check this out. It sounds really interesting. A developer sitting in early access for far longer than they probably should.
Yeah.
So, what are we covering this week, Will? Let's start with Monday.
Yeah, we have a lot of awesome topics this coming week. So for Manic Mondays, we're first going to talk about SingStar. Is that the name of it? Yep. So we're starting off with SingStar and the death of that game. But then we're going to branch into a wider topic of essentially the inevitable death of all online games. And what does that mean for the player?
Right.
And then for Super Tuesday, who are we covering?
We are covering our good pal of the channel, Nerd Talk. And that would be Dan, who was on the podcast, how many weeks ago was that?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, we're covering him. And then for Wild Card Wednesday, what are we covering on that one, Will?
We are covering actually a really interesting topic that probably the person going most depth into it is our guest, which is going to be video game menus, and basically their function and how important they are and how overlooked of a feature they are.
Yes, and I would have to say that given the amount of indie games there are out there, the menu can be a make or break subject. I believe our guest would agree with that. I know he covers it in a lot of his indie videos.
Yes.
So for our Throwback Thursday, what are we going to be covering, Will? I know you know all about this now.
I'm asking you the Throwback Thursday. I did the Wednesday one.
Fine. We're covering Oceanhorn. And Will is really in depth with this game probably by now.
I am thoroughly enjoying this game. I was a little hesitant at first, but I like it a lot, yeah.
So we're going to be covering a whole episode on it. Have you ever played that one, Carl?
Yes, I have. I
Ooh,
think
this
I
is
have
going to be
only
interesting.
played the free version of it, but I know there's like a paid version of it. Wasn't that the case? There's
I think
a free
at
version.
one point in time they had a free demo, and I think later on when they released the full game that went away. I don't think there is a free demo anymore.
Okay. But there was at some point, and I played that.
I believe so. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on it. All right, nobody call me out on this podcast.
Fake news. You're always lying to everybody, man.
Anyways, and that one has no issue with the menu. And then on Friday we're going to cover some recommendations, maybe a little bit of currently playing, and that'll wrap up the week. So, anything you want to add to that, Carl? What are you going to be covering this week?
I will be covering a game called Victoriana. It's a choose-your-own adventure story game.
Oh, cool.
Repeat that. Victory what?
Victoriana.
Victoriana. Like that?
Yeah. Yep. It's a choose-your-own adventure style game. I can look it up from the developer.
Here it is. Victoriana the game, right?
Yep, Victoriana steampunk text adventure.
Oh, wait, this is a board game.
No, it's not a board game.
Oh god, Victoriana, I'm on the wrong one.
The wrong one. Victoriana steampunk text adventure by, let me see, by the person of Dr. Cyril Splatterworth.
Victoriana. Victorian? Yeah. Is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, here we go.
Come on,
there it is. There it is. I found it finally. We're good. Yeah. I found it. Okay.
It is. Yep. It is a choose your own adventure text adventure. I have some harsh words here and there, but overall I enjoyed my read. Basically, that's a short version of it. But I will go in depth in that, and maybe I will get the developer to talk about it. It's like 5,000 words, the whole story. It has a lot of world building and so on.
Excellent. Cool. So look forward to seeing that from our pal of the podcast, Carl. All right. And with that being said, that's our Synopsis Sunday. Hope you guys check out last week's episodes, which will be in the description below, along with the episodes that Carl talked about, and a link to his channel. So, as always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Carl.
And we will see you
next CHRILLCAST.